Hello everybody, welcome to this channel. Today I just want to talk about Pastor Jimmy Odukoya. It's no longer news that he's been announced as the General Overseer of Fountain of Life Church in Lagos, which is a church that his late father, Pastor Taiwo Odukoya, and his late mother, Pastor Bimbo Odukoya, founded. The mother's life was snuffed out of her in that ill-fated Sosoliso aircraft that crashed. And we also watched the father go through life and then eventually got married. So sad, the father passed on. And so after the funeral, Jimmy Odukoya is now being announced as the new general overseer of the ministry. I've seen a lot of people make a lot of posts about this. Some have talked about his looks, some have talked about his age, some have even made comments like ministry or church is now a family business. And I just want to say a few things. I just want to add my voice to say a few things to the things that people have said. Number one, I will categorically say that nobody owns any church. No church is owned by anybody. People are founders of churches, yes, I agree with that completely, but nobody owns any church. Number two thing that I want to talk about is the fact that every founder of any ministry or any church is a human being, which means that there is the human element in everything that we do. All of us are human beings and we all have our imperfections, our mistakes, we all have our flaws, we all have our weaknesses. Jimmy Odukoya is a wonderful actor, wonderful model. And so talking about the fact that people now saying that this is now family business does not help in any way. I'm going to say why it does not help. That's because I've not seen any place where a church is registered as a sole proprietorship. In every church, there are either board of trustees, there's a governing council, or there are people who are there to make decisions. Maybe council members, it depends on the nomenclature that is used in each church. If the governing council or whichever nomenclature that is the group of people who make decisions in the church decide that Pastor Jimmy Odukoya should become the new general overseer of Fountain of Life Church, then I think that going by every standard, it should be acceptable. Is it because it's a church or is it because it's a pastor's son? Now, I would like to also say this, that Pastor Jimmy Odukoya is married successfully, has children, is a father, is a husband, is a successful actor. So what disqualifies him? It's something that I think we need to look at very seriously sometimes when we do certain things. I think this guy has gone through a lot. Most times, I think this is the second time I'm actually coming out to make a video about pastors, because sometimes people just go out there to cast aspersions, they pass judgment, they troll and say all kinds of things, forgetting the humanity of the person. They dehumanize people just because people are out there. They switch from acting to taking up the responsibility to become a father figure, because that's what a pastor is. To feed the flock, to take care of human beings is one of the most difficult things you can ever think about. To lead people is not an easy thing. The task is very enormous. It's very huge. I don't think what we need to do to Pastor Jimmy Odukoya at this point in time is to pass judgment and make comments like, okay, it's now a business. This guy has gone through a lot. We're all human beings. We make our mistakes. But this is one thing that nobody can take away from humanity. If the board of trustees of the Fountain of Life Church decided that Jimmy Odukoya is now going to be the new general overseer, that's what heaven honors, because we decide what we want to do and heaven would sanction it. So what people have grieved a lot. Losing a mother at a very young age, very tragic circumstance. Lost a stepmother who began to play the role of a mother, and then everybody was relaxed. Suddenly she went under some very tragic situations too. And then before you could say Jack, his aunt, and then his father. Those are the ones that are open to the public. I think this is one loss too many for a young man. So I think the best we owe him is to pray for him, to show empathy, to encourage him, to send good words to him, and not to troll, not to cast aspersions, not to judge him. It's always good to put yourself in people's shoes whenever you're doing anything. Just imagine with me for a while, if you were the one that was in that shoe, you lost your father to death. After series of deaths have occurred in your family, they are not recovered from their stepmother Nomtri's death, and then their father again. It's a huge loss, and these people are grieving. For some of the videos people made about the hurt and the pain that Pastor Taiwo went through, would you feel good today if Pastor Jimmy, a young man, begins to feel hurt? Please, let's show him love. And I want to say to you, Pastor Jimmy Odukoya, and your sister, congratulations. I also want to say to you that it's not an easy task to lead people, but it's my prayer that God will give you the wisdom that He gave to Solomon. I also want to pray that the Lord will raise for you people like He raised for David. It's my prayer that God will give unto you people that will lift up your hands like they did to Moses to encourage him. It's also my prayer that add years to you and to your sister and to your entire family. I just want to plead with us out there. Let us tread cautiously. When people are hurting, the least you can do is to show them your love and not to go online and troll and judge, because once it's out there, it's out there and people keep reading. It's not easy to not see these things. Words are very infectious. You hear something again and again, and people probably who are even in the church who had said, okay, let this family continue, will begin to feel like, come, did we do the right thing? Let's spread love. Let's show love. Love makes it easier. Love heals. Let's be real with ourselves. Let's be truthful with ourselves, and let's be real with other people too. Bye-bye.